Alright, let's get this started. Buckety buckety. I guess. Buckety buckety. I'm looking at hand references. I feel like my hand. Okay, come on. I'm almost done with the hands. You know, one thing I would like to do is redo the final image for the give and take project, because I feel like I can do something way more cooler with the final image for the give and take project for David Pozo. Okay. Also, I have to finish the comic book, because at this point, it's like I can't just, you know, it's gonna take some time. I'm gonna do this in spite of AI. Fuck you, Clippy. Fuck you, Clippy. You want to be faster than me? And you might have more girlfriends than I do, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm going to be a moderately paid artist. I'm gonna pay that art debt and gain confidence. And maybe, one day, maybe, lose my virginity to a hot 40-year-old divorcee and never talk to her again. Not because I don't want to, but because I was just a booty call to her. And of course I'll be sad, but I'll have to accept it, because that's what courtship is now. Okay. Morbidity aside. Oh. Oh wait, Johnny Pearson, how's it going? Clippy ain't getting no bitch. Yeah. Yeah. How's it going, Johnny Pearson? Man. Almost immediately you joined in. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. I'm just gonna lean in and check the mic. Okay, it's still functional. Johnny Pearson. Is that how you say your name? Cause like I'm looking at the monitor right now, and it looks like Johnny Pearson, like you're the son of a pear. Like you got the, you know. I'm trying to make conversation right now. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to motivate myself. It's going good? Alright. That's great. That's great. Wait, so... Wait. You've, wait. I think I've seen you in, like, Ryan's Discord before. You've done the sculpture of Count Orlok. Is that correct? Pearson. Okay, Johnny Pearson. Okay, but you've done that cool sculpture of, like, you know, of like Count Orlok, right? Like, are you still making sculptures? I mean, like, you obviously are, but, like, you know, like, what are you doing now? Like, what do you normally do? Do you like do clay sculptures, or do you like do more classical, like, you know, classical stuff, or do you like? I'm actually kind of very interested in that, because like I haven't really gotten into sculpture, but like there is this one artist who sculpts, and I very much like his work. His name is Simon Lee. I typed it in the chat, and honestly, his stuff is like wicked. It's wicked tough. Honestly, sometimes like I just like I search his stuff up on Pinterest, and I use that for reference. I mean, honestly, I use a lot of sculptures for reference, because in the end, it's like, you know, it's like, hey, it's a good source of anatomy. You know, it's got the lighting's already down. You know, Spider Zero, yes. I made I'm sculpting a clay figure with oil clay. Nice. Yeah, Count Orlok. Honestly, like, I don't know how. I don't want to sound insulting, but like it. Hopefully, it isn't insulting. But I looked at that, and it's like, maybe it's the photo, maybe it's the process, but like, it looked like a really cool Halloween mask. Like, essentially, it's like, you know, you're kind of like, it's like it's Halloween. You're chilling with your buddies, and then, like, you know, like one of your friends like basically found this, and, you know, basically put it on to like basically scare his friends. It's kind of like that, or like you have like that one friend who's like on the internet too much, and they see like a Nosferatu meme, and basically they go go up to random women and Halloween parties, and they go, "I want you to bounce on it, crazy style," and they think it's funny, but it's not, and you know, it's kind of funny, because, well, it's like, not because like he's, you know, it's actually funny, but because, like, you know, it's like he's you know, he's like obviously like creeping people out, and you can't help but just like laugh at him or have some Schadenfreude. Oh really? Wow, it is Halloween. Wait, did you use it? Dude, that must have like Halloween. Like, if you used it, Halloween must have been kick ass for you. Like, how many compliments did you get for that mask? Because, like, you know, like sometimes, like, when I go out and like when I'm going from A to B and I'm painting, or not painting, I'm drawing. Like people like go out their way to compliment me sometimes. Like, you know, how many compliments did you get from like people who saw your Halloween mask? It must have been sick. Man, Spirit Halloween. It was kind of wild. Like, it's like, how is Spirit Halloween taken seriously as a company? Like, you're not. It's like, it's weird. It's like, it only shows up for 1 month. Basically 5 weeks. And it's gone now. And then after that, it's just gone. Spirit Halloween, man. Like, it's just gone. Here today, gone in 5 weeks. Like, what kind of company is that? You can only generate revenue and profits for only 5 weeks. Do I ever plein air paint? No. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to do with an iPad or a computer because I only paint digitally. Like maybe I should. Like I do have some like painting paper. I could like show up to a park one day or like Washington Square when I have like free time and then just paint like the trees there. Why not make a day of it? Stop by New York University, like the old college that I used to take, the old place where like the place where I used to take like college prep classes and just do that. It's funny. NYU prep school, college prep, did not prepare me for college at all. That was for nothing, dude. Absolutely nothing. It was wild. It's wild, dude. Yeah, no. I don't plein air paint. But I want to try it. It seems like something like, very relaxing that one person could do. Very therapeutic. I mean, do you ever do it? I went to a little redneck public school in Arkansas for high school. Yeah. Wow. Okay. No. I don't think it's. Okay. I went to like for my high school experience. I went to like a specialized high school. I went to an arts high school in like Midtown Manhattan. Like a. Yeah, it's a career and technical education high school. Like it was like, and also it was like right by Central Park. Not. Yeah, no, it was right by Central Park. I used to plein air paint all the time with watercolors. Oh yeah, no, I totally do that. I totally have like watercolor paper, and watercolors like probably like, I have some money. I'm employed. I can afford watercolors. So yeah, no, I could probably do that. I'll put that on the bucket list. Things to do before I die. Or get a girlfriend. Whichever comes first. No, I went to a technical education high school. I think I went to okay, I went to yeah, it was basically like a lot of like talented kids, a lot of artistic kids, some photographers, some painters, some architects, fashion designers. There was a, I think, for a while there was like a, there was a major called game design. It was fairly new. I think I'm still in contact with some of the people from my high school days, though, you know, we don't talk much. Like any funny stories from high school? Okay, a good start is Burnt Umber, Ultramarine Blue. Another option is Alizarin Crimson, Ultramarine Blue, and Yellow Ochre for paints. I think I'm gonna write that down. Really? Wow, okay. I think blue, burnt umber, Payne's gray, cadmium orange. Okay, noted. What is a? I mean, I do have a funny story, but it's funny like on my expense. Like I think Broken Blade knows this. Broken Blade like knows this story. But okay, so basically in high school in freshman year, I had this like there was this girl that I had a huge crush on. She was in my gym class, and I was like a couple spaces, like two spaces. I think no, I think I was like next to her, and basically I never really got the chance to talk to her, cause well, it's like, you know, I never really had the confidence to do so. And then, you know, one morning, one fateful morning, she was right there. So I decided to talk to her, and basically I went up to her, and basically I summoned the courage to basically introduce myself, and then after that, you know, I asked her like, you know, it's like, do you like comic books? And then she was like, no. And in my mind, I was like, fuck. That was like, you know, the comic books were like the one thing that I could like bond with someone on, like pop culture. And basically I just kept on asking that over and over and over and over until she was like, no. And then I immediately decided, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I basically got up I said goodbye, have a nice day, and I went back to where I was, and I just, and that's what that was all she wrote. And that was like one of my many misadventures in high school. Not many. I think you gotta start some. Yeah, exactly. Gotta start somewhere. Someone who gets it. Someone who gets it. Thank you. It's like what I kind of find a bit like lame is that it's like it's like whenever you you strike out on some fashion when it comes to women, like men kind of it's like other men kind of roast you for it, and it's like, well, fuck it, I'm new to this shit, I don't know, I don't what you expect me to come start off with like James Bond tier like social skills. It's like, hi, I'm Bond, you know, I'm Bond, James Bond. Quippy line here, quippy line there, sexual innuendo here, and then bada bing, bada boom. 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 I get the digits. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. I'm nervous as hell. I'm scared. I need help and guidance. Please. That was always but that's just that's just me venting and just seething. All right. How's this arm look? How's his hand looking? I'm afraid the lighting isn't exactly all that right. Thank you. Thank you. One thing I wanted to know. I think, looking good. Thank you. Thank you. I need more reference. Alright. Wait, so what are you sculpting? By the way, if you don't mind me asking. Like, are you doing like an anatomy study? Because I heard like when it comes to anatomy, like sculptors have to be like A1 at it. Just for like, just like digital sculptors at least. Or is it like a creature design that you're doing for fun? It's a vulture figure holding a baby. Nice. I want to see it. I want to see pics. I have a question. So when it came to sculpture, like, who were the artists that inspired you the most? Because when I was 16, when I was like in high school, I was still like the sculptures that we did sculpture, and the sculpture that I was like very much into was Simon Lee and the Shifley brothers. They made some pretty badass stuff. A lot of Conan sculptures. I hope they're still doing stuff. Like who were the like who were sculptors that you looked up to when you were coming up in in sculpture or in art, or on your journey really? And sorry for the pause. I was like looking at their stuff. Like I said, their stuff is like mesmerizing. Any inspirations, Johnny? Don't know why I did that. Okay, started like 3 years ago. I like Shifley Brothers, Jordan Shell, Rick Baker, Aristotle Cole. I'm not even gonna accept that last name. Akihito, and Colo Contes, Akihito, and a few random classical sculptors. Gabriel Vinas, Rodin Canova, and David Dangers. Huh. Wow. I think I really want to see what these guys have made. But if I do that, I won't be able to render out this sick arm. This sick hand. Jordu, not Jordan. Jordu Shell. Okay. Oh, wow, wait, he designed the Na'vi from Avatar? That's awesome. I have a question. Was he the guy who had the idea to like, there's this love scene from Avatar where like, you know, the human in Na'vi form like interconnects with the woman Na'vi, and they like touch hairs. Did he kind of, you know, come up with that? Because that's the case, that's kind of like weird. But other than that, you know, hey, you designed the Na'vi from Avatar. That's awesome. I bet that was James Cameron. Yeah, probably. And by the way, I think, did you also know that James Cameron was like a painter too? Like, there's like a interview of James Cameron, and he's basically kind of like, you know, he's essentially like, you know, he makes these movie posters, and that's how he kind of like comes up with the ideas for his films. Like, James Cameron, painter, paintings. Like, he essentially kind of like, he made concept art for what essentially is like just Avatar. Like, he made the idea himself. He obviously made it himself, but you know, and the fact that, like, you know, it's like he is not only an amazing like not only an amazing director, but like a, you know, it's like, but an amazing, like, you know, like concept artist is something that's like, you know, it's like, it's just very like, it just impresses me. Yeah, you know, it's like, I wonder, like, with all that artistic skill, all that artistic skill, why does he support AI, dude? It's like, at this point, like, it's just baffling to me. To me, like, James Cameron is like director-wise, James Cameron is my favorite. Like, next to Quentin Tarantino. Like, he's that guy. Like, he's like, you know, he's a talented storyteller. He's an amazing artist, amazing director. He has this like he basically he's just talented, and then basically he just gives it up to like he decides to more efficient to pull off a big project to him. I mean, is it though? I don't know. I felt like I didn't know like it was like I understand it's an industry, but at the same time it's like what there has to be like some love for the game, right? Like he's not just doing this to make a quick buck. He's doing this for the love of the game. Like he's doing this because he lives for this shit. You know? Like that's like being Mike Tyson or like LeBron James. Like like you've played basketball for so many years, and people like view you like see your talent. Yeah, it's not authentic. Honestly, I kind of like I see his artwork and I love that side of James Cameron, where it's like it's like he's not only just like a director, he's also a concept artist. He's also like he's also a storyteller. He's like he intricately like thought out like quite a bit of the movie. That's kind of it's something that's like very cool to me, and it's like it's like I'm gonna do AI now, and it's like what, why, that's like being LeBron James, being the best at basketball, and then like giving up your job, like basically like quitting whatever basketball team he's on, like possible. I think he's on like the Lakers right now. LeBron James current team. Yeah, it's like being on the Lakers, and then essentially just giving up your position to the robot, the bipedal robot from Boston Dynamics. It's like at this point, if you do that shit, like, are you really passionate about what you do? Like, are you really doing this shit for the love of the game? You know? Yeah, it's like giving it up to Atlas. It's like you see like like LeBron James at a press conference. It's like yeah, I'm not gonna be playing basketball anymore. Instead, I'm gonna give up my position to like to Atlas from Boston Dynamics. Yeah, I have been on a generational run. I've been putting up legendary numbers, but like I want to be more efficient at basketball. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this cardboard cutout of my face. I'm gonna tape it to Atlas, and he's just gonna play for me. And I'm just gonna stay at home in my pajamas, and I'm just gonna watch Love Island, or I don't know, Law and Order, or I don't know, just Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna binge that, and it's like that's just wild to me. It's like that's never not been wild to me. It's like no. Shut up. Sorry about that. Ads are super annoying. They suck really bad. Just interrupted the entire flow. That's just wild to me. That will never not be wild to me. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he just wants some more time playing around in his submarine. Maybe like he got tired of filmmaking. He's got all this money, all this time, and it's like, yeah, I could, keep on working on like the next 20 Avatar movies that are gonna come out, but that's boring, but that's that's bleh. I wanna go in submarines and do more environmental work, and I can't do, and I could do that with AI. I could push out more Avatar slop. Really pull. Who knows? Maybe I can like pull in that Gunnar audience with more hair sex scenes. You know? It's just sad. It's not about efficiency. It's the love of the game, love of the hustle. It's about climbing mountaintops. I think of it like Harrison Ford is able to be Indiana Jones because of Steven Spielberg and many others, right? So he couldn't do it alone. So James Cameron could pull off something by delegating to an AI system. But it's like, dude, that's what the film industry is for. It's like you're employing a lot of people, a lot of like say like CGI artists, a lot of say crew members, a lot of like it's like most of it's like digital anyway. I mean, it's just it just doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't sit right with me. It's like, hey, dozens of concept artists and CGI artists and like VFX houses that have made my films possible. It's like, I know it's bad enough that you don't get treated well and that you don't get proper benefits and that most of you have families but can't see them due to ridiculous industry deadlines. You don't have to worry about that anymore because you can't make a living at all because I'm delegating most of the work to an AI system. Like like that. And at this point, like if you're like, like we're at a point where it's like the job market's already garbage. Work in the entertainment industry is already lacking. And at this point, they're just so horny to basically just like replace any human worker with AI because they don't want to pay us. And like it's like at this point, if you're gonna like displace human workers, we should be having a serious conversation about like social safety net programs or I don't know, some type of basic income. But for some reason we don't. And it's just yeah, like John Carpenter's The Thing, dude. You think that could be made with AI? I mean, okay, kind of, but like I don't know. It's just like it's. It's like that can't be made. Like it could be made with AI, but it won't be the same. Like the set pieces, the work by like Botine, the concept work. It's not gonna be the same, man. Or like They Live. You know? And then like even like animated movies, like just like it's just ridiculous. Honestly, I feel like everything's gone to shit ever since we let the Silicon Valley nerds just take over. And the tech billionaires. Yeah, me too. You know, the AI reels that like I kind of like can't help but like look like I can't look away when I see like a Bigfoot AI reel, you know? Or like a stormtrooper vlog AI reel. Or basically it's like just stormtroopers and they have to like they're vlogging their lives in the Empire and they're talking shit about like Vader and it's like none of it's quite right, but in the end you can't help but just like, you know, you can't help but just look at it and just consume the content. Yeah, it scares me. It does. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like, like it's good meme fuel. But I don't know. Like, what? I don't know. But you know, it's like, hey, you know, I feel like the optimist in me is like, you know, it's like, hey, there'll always be, you know, a market for like human-made shit, you know. So might as well just, you know, keep on painting and maybe like your one thing will fill that market. But I'm serious about that UBI. I'm serious about like universal basic income. We need to discuss it now more than ever. Oh, gotta go. See you later. Hold on. Yeah, I know. Actually, yeah. See you later. I'm gonna get off in like 5 minutes. Thanks for watching, man. Don't do me a favor and like the video if you can. Just click the thumbs up button. It will really be a big help. One of these days, I'm gonna have to do a stream that's like 6 hours. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Gonna make you wonder why you even try hard time. Gonna make you cry. You know what? At this point, I think I might just dip out. I'm very tired, and no one else is watching. So, I'm gonna give this a quick old save, and I'm gonna take the time to say thank you for tuning in. This was a stream